We got Clutch, who is calling in from the great state of Texas. Clutch Cargo, you are live on Truth Wanted. What's going on?
Hey, Brady. Hey, Dan. You guys are probably too young to remember the cartoon, Clutch Cargo, right?
I was thinking it sounded like a Cars character, but I didn't want to offend you if that was your real name.
A Cars character.
One of those primitive 60s cartoons where just their lips moved.
It's like a Hanna-Barbera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Okay.
Yes,
I believe it.
With his paddle spinner and paddlefoot.
There's so many trash Hanna-Barbera
topic.
shows. It's amazing how much garbage they put out. It's incredible. And then like only a few things like Scooby-Doo like lasted the test of time, which is very fun to think about. But anyway, yeah.
I still remember the theme song from Clutch Cargo, so fuck that.
Don't sing it on the show. Don't sing it on the show because we're live on the YouTubes and YouTube doesn't.
Yeah, some ghost will sue you.
Yeah. Well, Hanna-Barbera is still very much alive, I think, as a thing. Are they alive? Or wait, are they still around? I don't know. I don't have time. We got Clutch Cargo. What do you got for us?
Is the topic tonight church-state relationship?
It can be. Why? What about it?
Oh, I thought I saw that in the thing that we were talking about church-state.
Oh, on the chat poll? I think our chat poll was talking about cryptids, actually, which is why Brady brought that up. But no, you have comments about the church-state separation. Let me hear that.
Well, I was lucky enough to when I was in college, I was lucky enough to study under a national authority, Dr. Ron Flowers, who wrote a couple of the books that are still in law, reviewing the Supreme Court cases dealing with church-state separation.
Really?
Ooh.
Been an interest of mine ever since.
Oh, we're getting some audio issues, crew. If we could get Clutch Cargo back to normal levels of audio, that would be great. Clutch Cargo, you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, if you're on a Bluetooth device or something, I don't know, just stay in one place because you're kind of fading out there. Go ahead.
No, it's a litany of woe. I've replaced this phone twice. It still cuts out.
Oh man! All right, that's not good. Well, hopefully you can stay long enough with us in
Hey, you sound good now. Go for it.
In the realm of the living, to talk about your topic. But yeah, what were you talking about with that?
Well, I have, the main reason I called is church-state separation issues are very complicated.
Yeah.
They're not cut and dried. Do you want to hear about Little Bird of the Snow versus the United States?
Little Bird versus the Snow. I read it every night.
No, Little Bird of the Snow versus the United States. This was a Native American child who was on public aid, and her father did not wish her to have a Social Security number because that's a religious, traditional religious belief that any identification takes your soul.
Ooh.
Okay.
How do you think that turned out?
Well, I mean, I know there are soft citizens who don't let their kids get Social Security numbers, so I imagine that they won the right to not give their kid a Social Security number, right?
No.
No? Okay.
No. She didn't have to get a Social Security number, but she could not receive federal aid.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that sucks. Man. All right. Yeah. That is kind of thorny. You're right. There's definitely a little bit of nuance there for sure.
Okay. Here's another one. A case that went all the way to the Supreme Court about the Native American Church having the right to ingest peyote as part of their religious ritual.
Yep. Heard about this one. I don't know.
That was allowed, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wasn't that allowed?
It's actually still kind of contested.
Okay.
It's kind of allowed, but kind of
This
not.
is fun.
Yeah. I actually like this. This is a nice little trivia game.
It's like a game show.
Yeah.
Well, here's my main point. These things are so complicated, and there are so many interests to be acknowledged. Here's an interesting one that I find it interesting. The state was providing bus fare for kids to get to school. and some of these kids were going to Catholic schools.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So is that supporting the church, or is that just supporting kids getting the fuck to school?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I'm very anti everything, but to me, it would be important just to get those kids to school. To me, like
Yeah.
to me, I would be okay with that. Like, let's let the kids learn.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you define, you can pretty much call anything a religion or call anything under religious protection, right? So it's like, at what point does something become reasonable and what does it not, right? I mean, like, yeah, I agree with you. I would want kids to get to school, but then also that's taking advantage of, government services, right? That presumably
Right.
the school doesn't have to, I don't know, pay back into in any way. Yeah,
That's valid.
you're right. It's tricky. I don't know if there's going to be a solid answer for some of these at the end of the day, as long as we live in a pluralistic society where people are going to come from different religious backgrounds, which, I mean, let's face it, we're always going to be that way. I don't want an atheist republic by force. I don't want to force people into my beliefs. I want people to be able to live their beliefs the way they want without it intersecting in the way that I live my life. And thus we have, the world that we live in. But
and I'm cool with making it absolutely mandatory. And I think it's a requirement that everybody should be atheist.
yeah, do you want to
I want to play devil's advocate for fun.
get their atheist cards in the mail and stuff? You gotta, check on their Christian, whether they're going to church or not. Yeah, no, I don't want to live in that world either. So, those are some interesting
Can I give
cases.
you one last?
Give me another
one
one.
last Supreme Court case?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
Donnelly v. Lynch, 1984. Can you hear me now?
Yep, can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I've got a fucked up phone, so forgive me. Donnelly v. Lynch, 1984. A nativity scene was put up in a private space, not a public park, but it was paid for by the city. And that's where we got what's come to be called the plastic reindeer rule.
Okay. All right.
Ever heard of that?
I don't know that I have. Brady,
I think I have, yeah.
Okay. Tell me about this.
Trying to split the difference. They said you can put up a nativity scene as long as it's part of a general cultural celebration of Christmas. In other words, if you've got reindeer and various other Christian or rather holiday symbols, it's okay if it's part of the bigger tableau.
Okay.
So they were trying to split the difference. They were trying to split the difference to not tell the Christians to get the hell out of town.
So in other words, baby Jesus and the manger can be there as long as Santa Claus and the elf from that one movie where he wants to be the dentist or whatever, and like Rudolph and stuff. That's kind of what's happening.
Precisely. As long as you're celebrating Hanukkah and whatever other religious traditions correlate with December, a lot do.
All right.
Maybe you've got a Greek. So the Supreme Court is always until recently, is always trying to split the difference. They're trying to make both sides happy, and that's hard to do.
Yeah, that's true. Clutch Cargo, that was a great call. Very entertaining. Thank you for those.
Well, thank you for the show, and I continue to and have a great hot as hell weekend.